Okay. All right. I'm eating crow today. I'm admitting I'm wrong. C Kid was right. Even though it took him this long to be right. I'm just saying. But here we go. Let me play this for you.
Big dog, I appreciate you, man. Bless me with the big bag. Hey.
C Kid had a live stream yesterday, I believe. There's a new update for the PlayStation Portal. We're gonna talk about it.
Useless skills. I'm gonna have to make an update to my video and say I was wrong and C Kid was right. Wow, never thought I'd see the day, but I'm glad it's finally here. Listen, okay, first off, useless skills. First off, man, I gotta commend you, all right? Because not everybody is big enough to admit when they were wrong.
And I'm pretty
right?
big.
Not everybody is big enough to admit it. But the fact that you stood on business.
Yeah, that's
and
facts.
You said, you know what, man? I gotta make an update to my video.
Yes,
right?
I do.
Listen, man. All I'm saying is, I'm not saying that people was wrong. I'm not saying that I was right.
Yes, he is.
But I am saying that it is floating up in the air somewhere.
All right.
Hey, man, useless skills, bro. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you too, C
Let me
Kid.
see here. Oh, snap. We got a couple super chats.
All right, so I'm eating crow today because I was wrong. Technically, I was right, but I was wrong. So, if you would like to get the PlayStation Portal, by the way, just so that haters in the chat, oh, you can't talk about something you don't have and yada 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 and blah blah blah. Hold on. All right, so I have the PlayStation Portal, okay? I've had it since October, my birthday. I got it for my birthday. And it's been okay. I've been using it here and there, mostly, when I'm in bed before I go to sleep. I don't want to, turn on the TV, wake my kids up and wake my wife up and stuff like that. So I've been playing it in bed, so I don't, wake the whole house, you know what I mean? And, I got wired headphones for it because I'm not about to spend another $200 on headphones. That's another thing that I was right about, but whatever. But yes, now, today, after this update, I can say that C-Kid was right. C-Kid was right. He's right there. And it's actually worth getting a PlayStation Portal. Now it is. $200. It is no longer a $200 PlayStation accessory. It is now a $200 PlayStation standalone device. How did they do this? What did they do? What update has happened? Let me explain. Even though C-Kid explains it, you can go to his channel. He has a whole video on it. But let me go through the article with you guys. So, PlayStation Plus premium members. Now, again, this is only if you're a premium member. You pay the $160 a year like I do. I don't know how much it is a month. I think it's like maybe 10 to 15 or something like that a month. If you have the PlayStation Premium and only on the portal, so not on your phone, not on the iPad, not on the computer, none of this stuff yet. But for right now, only on the PlayStation Portal, can you stream select PS5 games in the PlayStation Plus game catalog. That's over 120 games that they have there, including David the Diver, Ghost of Tsushima, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, Monster Hunter Rise, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, all of them available through the cloud streaming. You can stream up to 180p and 60 frames per second, which is pretty good. DualSense wireless features, obviously they got the haptic feedback, the adaptive triggers, the speakers, the touchpad for whatever game uses that, and the motion sensor, right? PlayStation Plus cloud storage, so you can save your games in the cloud. Now, what does this mean? The cloud streaming beta for PS Portal is only available through the PlayStation Plus premium plan, which is offered only in the following locations as well. So if you're not in Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, Canada, Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Luxembourg, Malta, Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Republic of Cyprus, Romania, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, United Kingdom, or the United States, you're asked out. But that's a lot of places, so hopefully it encompasses enough people, right? So now, the cloud streaming beta Hopefully, again, then later it becomes, the alpha. Right now, it's pretty good. I've tried it myself on another PlayStation Portal, not mine. But I've tried it myself, and it's really, really good. I'm going to show you on mine. I haven't updated it yet, mine yet. So I'm going to show you how to update it right now, live on camera with you guys here, so you can see how to do the update, and then what's gonna show up. How's it gonna show up? I'll show you all that stuff. First, now that we've talked about beautiful, wonderful things that have finally happened on the Sony PlayStation side, because I gotta say, I've been very disappointed with PlayStation recently, and this whole video until today was gonna be me kind of shitting on PlayStation, to be honest with you. I know the last video was about how Xbox is doing, really great things and making gaming accessible to more people. And so I'm really for that. And again, I'm for, because I've always had a PlayStation, I've always had an Xbox, and I've always had a Nintendo. So I've never been part of the war that, some people only had PlayStation, some people only had Xbox. That's pretty much where the war was. A lot of people fluctuated having or not having a Nintendo. But pretty much the war between consoles I've never been a part of. It never made sense to me as a gamer. I love Halo. I love God of War. I love Ghost of Tsushima, and I love what's an Xbox exclusive now besides Halo? Like Starfield on Xbox, right? Nintendo, I've loved Mario Party, Mario Kart, Double Dash, I love all the Nintendo stuff, you know what I mean? Especially the new Legend of Zeldas that's been coming out. Fucking amazing. Anyway, so, that to say, I am more in line with Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo making their games more accessible and more easy for people to play them. I am commending Nintendo for finally coming into the foray of backwards compatibility, as far as like you can get the Nintendo Switch online and you can play all of the old Nintendo 64 or Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, and they're adding titles here and there, so, and hopefully GameCube's going to be on there as well. But yeah, basically I like that, and I commend them for that, and it's not too expensive, and they're not raising the price just to be able to play those. So I commend them for that. Xbox, basically putting their games everywhere on everything. You can play Xbox on any device now. You don't even need an Xbox. I really appreciate that, and I really commend that. I commend that they're pushing for, if you buy a game, you can even play it on any other device. It doesn't have to be an Xbox. That's really awesome. And now PlayStation finally arriving with the Portal and making the PlayStation Portal an actual PlayStation Portable, which is what we really wanted. And I'm really glad we're here. I didn't think I'd see the day. I don't agree with C-Kid on the fact that he says, if you buy into the stuff, they see the vision or they see the people really want it, and then they'll add more stuff to it. I don't agree that we should do that. I don't think we should, as consumers, buy a product that's not fully giving us what we want or fully ready to give us what we want. So ultimately, yes, C-Kid is right. Get the Portal, but I feel like he's right now, not before. I don't think that getting a PlayStation Portal before this update is worth it for most people. Again, if you're a person that likes to game or has a PlayStation at home and only needed to game like outside of the TV for whatever reason, you only have one TV or whatever, but you like the other person can't play the PlayStation while you're on the Portal. Now you can, because the Portal's update, you don't have to use the PlayStation in order to play PlayStation games on the Portal. You can play through the cloud streaming beta, which is amazing. It's awesome, and I'm glad they did it. I hope they bring it to PS Remote Play on the iPhones, on the Androids, on the tablets, on the computers, so that you can do that in other places. But I'm glad they started with the Portal, because that, at least for the people that have invested, like C-Kid and those like him, at least get something out of the PlayStation Portal that they didn't have before. And I do appreciate the updates that they have done. They heard that, you couldn't get into the Wi-Fi in certain places, like at a hotel or whatever, and they updated it. So there's like a hub now. You can get on the app and play and, basically ping it to have Wi-Fi on the PlayStation. and hopefully eventually we'll get browser support on the PlayStation Portal. I don't know why we don't have it, but whatever. Hopefully they hear feedback about the headphones and allow Bluetooth, because goddamn, the technology is there. They just don't let it. Anyway, that's my other qualms about the PlayStation Portal. But this is definitely a celebration, definitely a step in the right direction, and I'm glad that PlayStation is doing something better than what they have been. Now, what they have been, let's go there, right? So the PlayStation Pro came out, right? And it's with Mark Cerny gave the technical presentation of it. I love this guy. This guy looks like at first I was like, oh, he looks like the guy he looked like David Spade, but with the glasses. But then I looked up David Spade and I'm like, maybe not. And then I'm like, he looks like the Kung Pao guy, Steve Odekirk. And I'm like, kinda, but not really. Especially not now. Oh man, Steve Odekirk looks way different now. I don't even like that's him now. Oof. Anyway, but then I'm like, you know who he does look like? The Master of Disguise guy, Dana Carvey. And I forgot that Dana Carvey was also in Wayne's World, and he looks exactly like Dana Carvey in Wayne's World. Oh man, that's just mirror image right there, man. Mirror image right there. That's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, Mark Cerny, sorry, gave a presentation. I enjoyed his presentation. I enjoy that they're able to show us all this other stuff, ray tracing and blah, 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 and the 4K and the yada, yada. When it comes to the comparisons, though, that's where I was like, I don't see the difference. Maybe, again, it's because we're watching it on YouTube. You know, it's not like I watched it on YouTube, whatever. Like, I watched it on my TV. It's not going to show me that much of a difference. I can't really see it side by side because we're not actually there. We don't actually have the PS5 Pro and the PS5 together to show you. But I didn't see much big of a difference between these two. You know what I mean? Like, it still looks fine. Both of them look fine. There's nothing that I'm like, wow. And I saw the whole presentation and I saw the stuff. But what really grinds my gears is the fact that this console is like, I think $700, $600, $700. I'm going to tell you right now. So PS5 Pro is $700. It's at least a 2 terabyte device. Does not come with a disk drive. Disk drive is separate, and I think it's like what, $75 or something like that. See additional terms. Yeah, $80 for the disk drive. The stand as well is separate, and that's another $30. Yeah, it's not giving. I just like they shot themselves in the foot. It's also too early in the cycle. Also, there's no game that makes me want to buy the PlayStation 5 Pro. Every game that I've played already looks pretty good on the PlayStation 5. There's barely any games on the PlayStation 5, to be honest with you, that are PlayStation 5 games. And so what am I doing? I'm playing a PlayStation 4 game, right? Last of Us 2, which is still technically a PlayStation 4 game that got ported over to the PS5. Now PS5 Pro, like I'm playing, GTA 5, a fucking PlayStation 3 game, all the way to the PlayStation 5 Pro. It's just not worth it for me, in my opinion, right? Now, if this came out when GTA 6 came out, I'd maybe think about getting it. But again, this is another instance where I'm like, I'm going to wait for this product to hopefully reduce in price. It'll definitely reduce the price of the other PlayStations as well, which is great. So probably by this holiday season or next holiday season, you'll get a PS5 for even cheaper because they're going to lower the price of the PlayStation 5 Pro as well. So hopefully $650, for a PS5 Pro, maybe $500 by next year or 2 years. And then we'll finally have GTA 6. That's when I will probably get a PlayStation 5 Pro. Because right now, my PlayStation 5 barely has any runtime. The runtime that it does have is pretty good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it hasn't had that many years of wear and tear. Whereas the PlayStation 4, I abused it before the PlayStation 4 Pro came out. And so I just feel like it's too early in the cycle for this PlayStation 5 Pro. I'm not with it, really. And honestly, it's too expensive to even try to get it. For, again, just playing the same games that I'm already playing, but for them to look a little bit crisper, it just doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, you guys let me know what you decide on that. But that's how I felt about PlayStation and how they dropped the ball. Then we had a studio that I really love, Insomniac, who made the last Spider-Man 2 game, and they also made the Ratchet & Clank game, which was great. But then after Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales, we were like, okay, cool. They're going to give us maybe another half game, like Spider-Man Miles Morales is kind of like a DLC, but a full game. Maybe they were going to do something like that, but with Venom. That'd be great. Like a Venom DLC or a Venom spin-off game that's short, but you still get to play as Venom, because in Spider-Man 2, by the way, spoilers for those that haven't played Spider-Man 2, you get to play as Venom. And that was like one of the best parts of the game. One of the best. And people try to break the game just so that they can go and be in the streets and swing as Venom and do stuff as Venom, even though he doesn't really interact with other characters or whatever. But it's just cool to do that. And so I thought, because of all the destruction mechanics and all the stuff that they said was in the game that was being basically hidden, and so they're going to basically put it up to actually play as Venom, that's what we thought, but we're not getting it. And I'm just like, So Spider-Man 2 is not going to get a DLC. I'm upset, but that also means that they could just give us another Miles Morales style game, but of Venom, like a short game, and you get to play as Venom. I'm hoping that that's what they're going to do, but I'm very disappointed that we don't get any DLC or any mention of, even if they like this, they're mentioning this, they're saying you're not going to get DLC, but you're going to get like a Miles Morales style game with Venom. Like, that'd be great. But they didn't do that. They just announced no DLC, and that's it. And so I just feel like we're paying for the fact that they got hacked and stuff happened to them or whatever. And again, on this channel, I'm never going to show leaks or stuff like that of studios, because that's not fair. And also, I want to play the complete game. I want to be surprised. I don't want to be like, even games that I disagree with or I don't like Last of Us Part 2. When that game leaked and all this other stuff came out, I never shared any of that stuff. I would never do that kind of things, because I feel like that's not right. You have to see the whole story or the game in its completion to enjoy the story. And people are working really hard to bring us this. So I just feel like it's a disservice to spread this stuff around or whatever. And so I would never do that. But I just feel like we as the consumers are being punished for them being hacked. Like, that's not our fault. Give us, even if you're giving us stuff that is predicted in the hack or we're seeing or whatever, you don't have to surprise us. We're excited for the stuff that, like a Venom DLC or a Venom standalone little game like Spider-Man Morales would hit so hard right now. It would be so cool right now. Or just even the mention of that it's happening would also be cool. But no, now there's no DLC. We don't know, yada, yada. So I'm just like, kind of, again, I was kind of at odds with PlayStation. Right now, though, since this update, I gotta admit, I am a lot happier with the PlayStation Portal, definitely, but also the PlayStation ecosystem. I pay for the premium service, so I have access to this stuff. I have the PlayStation Portal that was gifted to me, so now I'm going to use it. I'm going to update it. Let me actually show you guys how to do that. So, I'm going to do it on camera. I don't know if it's going to show up that well. But anyway, you're going to turn on the console, with the power button. This is also for those of you that would like a PlayStation experience but are budget friendly or want to basically not break the bank. $200 for a PlayStation Portal, and then again monthly. I don't know how much the monthly is, but $160 for the premium service. But you can pay it monthly. So basically, as soon as you turn it on, if you haven't updated already, it's going to be right there. It's going to say download. So you just hit download, and then you update. It updates really fast. But yeah, so after, you get this, you pay the monthly premium service, you have access to 120 games. You can stream straight to here. You get all the benefits of a PlayStation 5 without having to buy a PlayStation 5. I think it's pretty good. I think it's still a pretty good deal. Now, I think the PlayStation Portal is a pretty good deal. Okay? Again, people like C-Kid have been on this. They've championed it. I didn't see the benefit of it. Again, it's a $200 accessory. It was a $200 accessory. Now, it's a standalone $200 PlayStation. It literally is. You get the premium service. You get the $200 PlayStation Portal. You log into the cloud to make a PlayStation account. Log into the cloud, and boom, you're playing games, PlayStation 5 games on the go even. They made the service a lot easier as well. Like you can basically go to a hotel, go to a Starbucks, go places that they have Wi-Fi, and you're able to use their Wi-Fi. Again, I would recommend, home Wi-Fi is probably the best, depending on where you are. That's the one that I would recommend out of all. But yeah, I'm going to put this down until it is updating, but it's like 30%. So I really enjoy that they're at least dipping their toes into allowing people that might otherwise not have a PlayStation 5 to have access to PlayStation 5 games. Again, right now they said that the cloud streaming beta will not have PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3 games. I forgot where I read that. Hold on, let me go down. Features not included in the beta. So, additionally, streaming games playable on PS Portal are limited to PS5 games. So, PS4 games and PS3 games are not supported right now, right? They said we're always listening to feedback, and we look forward to seeing many players participating in the beta. So, as I said, now I do believe the Portal is worth buying. Again, if you don't have a PlayStation, if you never had a PlayStation and you want to try to get into the PlayStation ecosphere, this is a very accessible device for it. It's $200. You get the $200 device, you pay $18 a month, and you're good. You know what I mean? You could play up to 120 games on this device, on the go if you want to, but even at home. So I really feel like if someone wanted to play a PlayStation 5 or wanted to buy a PlayStation 5 and they were, again, it's cost effective, this is the most cost effective way to play PlayStation 5 games, I think. Also if you have a computer, there's different avenues, there's different things you could do. But for the most part, right now, if you just wanted to play a PlayStation 5, you don't have the console, you don't have the budget for a console, get this $200 device, get this PlayStation Premium subscription, and you're playing games. You're playing PlayStation 5 games. You're playing Ghost of Tsushima. There's a lot of games on the thing, and it's always changing also every month. So that's also pretty cool. But yeah, I'm at 92% now, or 90%. So let's see if in the last 10 seconds it'll do it. I'm just going to wait here, but I'm going to cut this so you guys don't have to sit here with me. Okay, so it's now reset. I have fully downloaded the update. So after you hit download, after you see the whole bar finally finish, however long it takes you, and I'm sorry, it might take long for some of you. Basically, you just wait. Once it reboots or restarts after the update, you should see what I was talking about. So now, touch it. Boop. Oh. So you're going to scan the QR code to log in, which I'm going to do now. If you have it already on your phone, this is a lot easier to log in this way than because it takes you right to the PlayStation app. And if your PlayStation app is already on there, you just hit approve, and that's it. And then it just logs in automatically. It's a lot faster than logging in manually, which is, you have to put in your email. You have to put in your email and all sorts of stuff, whatever. Sorry, I don't know if you guys could hear me. But basically, if you have the app on your phone, it's a lot easier to log in that way. Anyway, then you're going to do a little, they're going to say, do you want to share stuff or whatever. It's up to you guys whether you want to modify settings, confirm or deny. Then it's going to say Cloud Stream Beta. If you want to be a part of the beta, obviously, you're going to hit next. And then the wonderful, wonderful device will connect. Okay. So now you should see these two things, right? If you have a console already connected, you'll see your console, or you'll see the cloud. If you haven't, then you'll just see the cloud. And then you hit it, and it'll log into your premium account, and then all you got to do, you got all these games you can choose from. I don't know if you guys could see the games, but got a bunch of games. By the way, Kenna is fucking awesome. They have The Last of Us Part 1. They got To the Woods, Ride, The Witcher, all this cool stuff, guys. Tomb Raider. They have a bunch of games, so you'll be there for a while. And again, this is just on the PlayStation Portal. No need for a console. Not even turning on my console. My console's right here, not turning on. Just on the cloud, which is great. Got Grand Theft Auto 5 if you guys want to get into that before GTA 6 comes out. So yeah, really cool. Really cool. I really enjoy it. I'm glad that they did this, you know? And with that, I bid you guys adieu. Let me know what you guys think down below about everything I've said here today. And this has been another Useless Skill.